Jesse the Champ. So glad you could join me again for another episode.
Up on City Hall Station, which is just blocks away from Booker's Barbecue Grill and Crab Shack.
A little hungover.
What's the deal?
Well, the whole Patron thing, we had to do the old suck, swallow, and spit all night long. So I'm recovering.
I beg your
I'm
pardon?
in recovery.
Hey, Easy
well,
Rider.
Well. Hey,
Do
yeah.
you still have that bike?
I've got an Italian bike in the garage right now. It's kind of a MotoGP bike, Ducati. You know, when a guy gets into his mid-60s, he likes to throw a leg over a Ducati and scare the shit out of himself and come home and put it back in the garage.
How far are you away from the trike? That's the next thing.
Yeah, no, I'm never going to ride a trike. Never going to ride a trike. No, I'm a Harley guy, Indian. I had an Indian deal, Indian motorcycles, and
Well, you can ride almost all year, so you're laughing.
yeah, pretty much
Not
if
here.
you got the right gear. Boy, I was noticing that everybody's talking about all these big highfalutin disc jockeys getting together, air personalities.
Oh, did you believe that shit?
Terry DeMonte and Ted. Terry, of course, in Montreal. Terry and Ted, Jesse and Gene, Jake and Gerry.
Yeah.
You got Ray Ferraro in sports. You got a lot of people now going over to the internet. And what's that say about terrestrial radio?
Which
I
is
think
great.
they're freaking out
Yeah.
right now, aren't they?
I think people are looking to make the leap and try something different. And the more rules and the less pay that they give you in radio, it's time to maybe hop and just get the hell out of there. But you know what? I worked with Ted in Toronto. He is one of the funniest guys I've ever met. We worked at CFTR together, and we used to get off. We did the all-night shift when they had newsmen all night. And we get off at 5 o'clock in the morning and go smoke a doobie, which we called Freddie Dunbar, who was the Argos trainer at the time. And we'd throw the football around for 2.5 hours before we went to bed. Ted and I had a joint together. It was a lot of fun. We had an engineer to fix all the shit we broke, and we had Ted and then another guy that owned a restaurant, so we had it made.
Did you meet Terry DeMonte? Did you hang around with Terry?
Terry came out and we went up against each other, and
He's a hell of a guy.
Oh, he's
hell
so
of a
nice.
guy.
So nice. Just a great guy. And we got to know each other real good. And also Tom Rivers, who was out here and did the job before Terry. And got to meet those guys and hit up a friendship with Terry. And boy, those are two of the most talented broadcasters I've ever heard.
I have to agree. And did I ever tell you the Terry DeMonte story when he came to visit me with Peppermint Patty over in Winnipeg?
I worked with her too. Okay.
We did a bunch of mushrooms. Did I ever tell you that story?
No.
So anyway, we're partying all night, and when I told this story on Shom because he was retiring a couple months back, I said, "Yeah, we had a pizza with a bunch of mushrooms on it." Of course, they started losing their shit. Anyway, we went all night into the next morning, and then I'm sitting there watching cartoon. My kids get up. I'm with my son. We're just kind of huddled together. I'm watching, and all of a sudden, we live in a place in River Heights, so they've got those big 20-foot stacks that go outside the fireplace so it doesn't smoke. You got to get it up over the roof, right? It's a 2-story. So anyway, I hear this cling, clang, cling, clang, cling, clang, 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 and I'm looking, and there's this petrified squirrel looking through the glass of my fireplace. And he's just scratching the claw and get out, and I'm going, holy shit. He goes, Dad, what are we going to do? I said, I don't know. Give me the Yellow Pages. Back then it was the Yellow Pages. I swear to God, true story. So I'm flipping through Exterminators, and I see a picture of a glass fireplace with a fucking squirrel in it. And I went, I got to call this guy.
That's the guy I want.
So I call up, and it must have been his home number, and he says, I shouldn't have picked up the phone. I'm not working at Sunday. Hold on. It's Bro Jake. I've got a problem. I got a squirrel. Bro Jake from City FM? I went, yeah, I got a problem here. He said, no problem. I got it handled. There's 2 ways we can do it. He said, I can put the 22 in the jacket and carry it in because you're not allowed to do that kind of thing. Or we can try and trap it, but if it gets out, you're going to be in trouble. So he brings the 22 in. He's got the peanut butter on the muzzle going in there. Boom. So anyway, thing's dead, takes it out, puts it in a truck. He said, look, I can come back. I'm going to get one of those flanges to put up top that 20-foot big old pipe. I'm going to do that. And I said, oh, okay, good. So Terry gets up, Peppermint Patty. We're in the sunroom. We're sitting around, and the guy's climbing up this pipe about 20 feet in the air, and all of a sudden you hear this, holy fuck!
Oh, no,
down he comes down, hits the railing, breaks 3 ribs. He's on the ground. Of course, we're on mushrooms. We can't stop laughing.
You can't do anything. Yeah.
I said, look, buddy, are you okay? Yeah, bro, I'm okay. Just pick me up and put me in. Oh, I got to call an ambulance over here right now. No, man. Just get me in the truck. I'm so embarrassed. So That was the last I ever saw him.
I'm never doing those mushrooms again. Oh, can you imagine that poor guy coming on that site? You guys are all ripped, and he's trying to climb a friggin' tower.
Yeah, but it was just like it just strobed on the way down.
I trust you buried the squirrel, too, for the kid.
The squirrel was in the truck when it left the premises. Right, okay. I had nothing to do with that.
He was sleeping, yeah.
Horribly terrified.
Well, let me tell you about the weekend I had. You know how crazy the world is out there right now, and you've got the maskers and the anti-maskers and the vaxxers and the anti-shot people. And we figured out if you go to the Highland Games in Canmore and you move the shot to Scotch and everybody does one, everybody gets along. Everybody got along. There's men in skirts, there's women in skirts, there's drunk guys in trees, people throwing telephone poles, and it was just so much fun. It was 2 days. I had to crawl back home. I could barely walk. But what a great time.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, there's this anti-vaxxer and craziness that's going on. I guess you saw what happened in front of the hospitals down here in Vancouver. I mean, people are being rushed to hospital because they've had a 5-stage jammer or they need cancer treatment or whatever, and they can't get through the picket lines because they're in front of the hospitals. My point is, look, you want your freedom. You got your freedom to basically go out and
do it there. Go to the legislature.
Go to the legislature building. I mean, and not only that, friends of yours who haven't had the shot are in the hospital on ventilators right now, and you're stopping nurses and doctors from getting into the hospital. I don't know. I'm watching. You know, I'm pretty pissed off.
A good place to stay out of is Facebook right now because it's people who want you to die. I hope you die. That's what people are saying now, and just the fights back and forth. It used to be a place to look up old girlfriends to see if they're hot or not. And now
you don't do that. You do that? I've never done that, Gerry. So you look up old girlfriends, and
she didn't do so good. Yeah.
Ooh, I got away from that one.
And then you heard what happened to me last week.
What?
The big win. Well,
I got it right here. I have it in big. Hey, it's like,
there was maybe the second part of the big win. I won a Chicago Blackhawks jersey with Jonathan Tave's name on the back. That was great. But the big one, what a shock that was.
It was a shock. You called me up. You said, I went in and talked to my wife. She was in the bathtub or something. Said, hey, honey, no, look at me. Yeah. I won $171,400. 171. Fuck off.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. It's fuck off. No way. No way. Yes way. No way. Yes way. No way. Yes way. And then I was kind of scared. I thought, maybe I didn't win. I better check it again. So I looked again and went, no, I won.
That's crazy. That's everybody's dream. I mean, it's certainly not, guys winning 30, 40 million, but $171,400. How's your retirement going?
That makes things a little bit easier, doesn't it?
The moment I knew I was going to hook up with Jerry Forbes and be on a podcast, I thought I was going to make nothing but money. But I haven't made a goddamn cent. I've been doing this show.
Dough, eh?
Yeah. I told you, honey.
I got it on tape.
He's really, what a guy Jerry is. He's going to split it.
It was just amazing. And then I watched the gold medal game, and I was just praying that they were going to win. And then we were down 2-0, and I thought, holy shit, has my luck run out? And then to watch the end of that game and her pot that shot in the top corner, unbelievable. They were all at the football game yesterday at McMahon Stadium, and they got a thunderous applause. The Jets roared over, and then all the Olympians came out from the hockey team because this is where they train at Winsport in Calgary, and that's where the tournament was. And but it was great. Everybody stood up. Everybody clapped for like 5 minutes. It was tremendous.
$171,400, and I'm here.
You sure hear from friends you haven't heard from in a long time.
No, I know, and my wife was so happy for you. She really was. She doesn't know you, and she said, "No, she's looking at every cent you spend because once you retire, it's not like you just get those big fat checks from the radio stations.
No.
She gave me a fucking tire patch the other day and said it was sugarless gum. She said, we're not spending any more money on gum.
Just keep chewing that, you bastard.
Keep chewing that, you bastard.
And you know what's funny? You'll get because I'm all over social media too. So I got maybe I would guess probably close to 1,000. Congratulations, what a great guy! You've done a lot for charity. The karma's come back. You deserve it. And then one guy, fuck you, Forbes.
And conspiracy. There was probably somebody saying conspiracy.
Yes,
how does he get
those that? Too, yeah. I didn't know I was an A-lister. It said, how did the A-listers get paid like that? And I go, well, I'm an A-lister. I thought I was a D, maybe an E or an F. But we're gonna spend it wisely. We're gonna have a lot of fun with it.
There's the announcers over at the Canucks game. They were on, the radio guys. They were on there, and the host won. I forget what it was. It was something like $100,000 or something. And of course, everybody was at arms. The papers are coming out. Conspiracy. Yeah, probably.
It's all audited. It was all checked out, and we're so happy we got the cash. And then we'll probably maybe plan a trip out to the coast to see you guys. I guess I'm buying.
Hey, why don't you do that? You got to play. We got a golf course right here. You can golf anytime you want. We can go fishing if you want to go fishing. Then go skiing. Do you ski at all?
No. Too old for that shit now. Where is Tawasin compared to Vancouver?
Tawasin is south. It's right on there's Point Roberts is that only north little American.
That's the border, right?
That's the border right there.
Yeah.
So it's just a really great little place.
I went to Point Roberts one time to get drunk and play pull tabs. They didn't have a lottery. It was too little. So this gave those little things to pull. Holy shit, I want a drink and a pancake.
I want to be around you. You win everything. I mean,
I hope that continues. Yeah,
I hope it does too. And not a good day. I was just reading the news, and everybody, of course, getting a hold of me and saying, not a great day to be a right-wing conservative talk show host who is just spouting off the anti-COVID, the anti-vax. And five of them died. Five of them died. Five.
Dead. I know.
5.
Unbelievable, eh?
Yeah.
That's karma. I was just saying, Oh, fuck.
Oh, by the way, if you can hang on to the end of the show, Champ is actually going to make an appearance here on the show.
He's coming back.
He's back. He's fresh. All I'm going to say, he's fresh. And he talked about you and me. He's going to talk about you and me the whole time.
We may have to sign him up to fight Evander Holyfield. Mike Tyson says he's not in shape, so maybe we'll get the Champ in there to take on.
You know what? Why not?
Evander.
Get him in there. Yep, absolutely.
Hey, let's kick it off with a fun one. Our show appealed to obviously the lowest common denominator. So we thought we'd have a vibrator off one morning. We'd have all the women who had vibrators come on the air and put on a little spectacle for us for the ears, so to speak. So this woman, probably fresh off the turn-up truck out from Innisfail, Alberta or somewhere, she called up and have a listen.
Oh, excellent.
Hold on. Okay, hang on a second. Can we hear it first? Can we hear the vibrator first?
I'm looking for it.
Okay,
I lost
all right.
them.
It's right under the Bible.
No, it's not there.
I'll be right over with 2D cells.
Oh, my goodness. I think his batteries are low anyway.
Like I said, I'll be right over.
Help. I need help here.
Duracell?
Oh, I found him.
Oh, yay.
Let's hear it.
And now they all have a name. What is his name?
Bob.
Bob. Okay.
That's Bob. He's my battery-operated buddy. He's my best friend, actually.
I bet he is. Okay, give us your best shot here. Here we go.
Oh, Bob. Fuck.
Try not to say that.
Robert.
Bob's good today. Come on.
Go, Bobby! You can do it! Go, Bobby! Go, Bobby, go! 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 Yes! Come on, Bobby! Oh, Bobby!
Oh, no.
I think Bob we're out.
She killed Bob.
Oh, my God.
Who does that on the radio?
I don't know. Well, that's just as bad as Wake Up Wally and the thing we used to do, Wake Up. Well, it's the same kind of thing.
They only last 1 or 2 episodes before you get the hoist.
Yeah, and then you get all the people, complaining about how bad that was.
Product, I understand.
I do. Yeah, this is a product from the
Bro. For me, Jake.
Yeah, I was at Brotel Network, and I'm surprised nobody's ever come up with this, but it's pretty damn good. Let's roll that there, Ricky.
Things just belong together. Peanut butter and jam, rum and coke, and now finally, flash drives and vibrators. Hi, Brother Jake for the duet. Sure, other flash drives store hundreds of files and songs, but what good are they if they can't make you orgasm? The duet is a tiny thumb-sized vibrator that also doubles as a flash drive. Want to get ahead at the office? Now you can screw everybody with the duet. It's 100% waterproof with 16 gigs of memory. Let's hear what people are saying about the duet. Another satisfied customer. So if your hard drive turns into a floppy, don't log off, get off. Reach for the duet. Exclusively from the Brotel Network.
Hey!
Call
there
now.
You go.
16969 cock. Give us a shout. We'll get that out in the mail to you.
Oh my God! Hey, what have you been watching? What have you been watching on? What have you been watching on television, movies, and series and stuff? Do you get into Netflix? I really don't know that much about what you do in your spare time.
Yeah, I do, but you know what? With the summertime, I've given TV a break. Just been getting outside and enjoying it, but I'm waiting for the return of Yellowstone.
Yellowstone was very hot,
and I know a guy that looks just like Rip.
No way.
Yeah, so if you're ever going to a bar and you're anticipating a fight, he's the guy you take with you.
He's the guy you want next to you. I watched this thing on Val Kilmer. It's on Netflix right now, and
yeah,
Val Kilmer.
Sad,
it is sad because he's got throat cancer, and he's talking and he's having a hard time talking. But you look at all those movies, Top Gun with Tom Cruise, what a stud! And then to have that happen to him, but right at the end, there's a thing at the end. Now he talks into this voice box. Now goes into his computer, and his voice comes back as Val Kilmer, like
as
the
normal.
real. It's as normal. How about that for a breakthrough?
Wow. No
I
kidding,
thought that was pretty cool. I thought
in the anti-smoking ones, they've still got the woman who sounds like that. If you're thinking of smoking, it's probably not a good idea. So please don't smoke.
Oh my God! And then she inhales a cigarette through the hole.
Through her throat.
Yeah. Like, I mean, isn't it time to quit right now?
Oh,
maybe.
Boy.
Wow.
So Val can actually speak with his own voice again. That's remarkable.
Yeah.
Did you hear it just happened to that movie? Somebody stole the actual script from Tom Cruise's bodyguard's car. So they're a little worried about where that's going to go because it's not being released till November, and someone's got the full plot and everything. So some dick did that.
Oh,
I think I'd want Tom Cruise chasing me around, even though he's 4'9". He could probably still kill you.
Yeah, I saw him in Florida a bunch of times, and he's you happen to see him pop up at these places, and he's not that tall. He's not that tall.
The guy doesn't look any different than he did in that first movie. What was the one he was in where he was in his undies sliding across?
Right time, right place, right.
Something like that. Anyway,
oh my God!
But the guy has not aged, and he still does his own stunts, jumping from building to building. Is quite amazing.
Just over the weekend, I want to tell you what I did. I played some golf here at Tawasin Golf and Country Club. And anybody that wants to come over here and give me a shout out, I'll take you out for a round of golf. But it's, they have a par 3, 225 yards. It's a big boy.
Right.
So all three of us hit some, I use a driver. I just wanted to get there and hit the bank, and it was like a foot away from the pin. Some people had the 3 woods. One guy had an iron, put it in there. And each ball was like 2 to 3 feet away from the pin. And I tell you what, I haven't seen that grouping of balls since Brokeback Mountain. It was just.
Everybody putted one putt. I would hope.
Yeah.
When you're too drunk at golf courses when you can't spell Tawasin anymore, and then you gotta get the fuck out.
Yeah. Can you spell it?
No. I know the T silent, is it not?
Yeah. Well, they say Swasin.
Yeah.
We call it Twatson.
Twatson. I got another one here for you. This is people used to call me all the time and ask for advice, and I don't think I'm probably the most legitimate guy to be giving out advice. So I thought, who the hell would be? So we did a little Dr.Phil. Roll that.
Hi, CJ.
Hi there.
What's your problem?
Well, my wife works days and I stay at home, and well, when she's at work, that's when I'm feeling the urge. And
I hear you.
By the time she comes home at night, I'm too tired after taking care of the kids.
I hear your cry for help. What's your name?
Jeff.
Jeff, listen, you're as helpless as a blind baby mongoose crossing the I-95 during a convoy. Let me see where your problem would have started. First of all, your parents weren't the brightest folks that diapered your head instead of your ass, and you need oxygen to make your noodle doodle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, now, am I right here? Are you getting the feeling? It's not your fault that your mama and daddy had a full bingo card and didn't know what to yell. Hell, your dad studied for his urine test. Now listen, my pappy used to say to me, an elephant can't high jump and a fish can't fart. You hear what I'm trying to tell you?
Uh-huh.
You can't spell with a plate of spaghetti and you can't burp up a pound of bacon. What you have to do is paddle with the man in the canoe and beat your meat. That's what I'm telling you. That's all for today. Buy my books, watch my show, buy my tapes, say hi to Oprah, visit me here in town with those other misguided losers. Tickets are only $800. And here's what you won this morning.
Oh my God!
And not much different than what he says.
Oh man, we had a guy on my show that he's passed on right now, Darcy. Just the funniest man. He could do any voice, but he did Dr. Phil like Dr. Phil. I had so many people absolutely believing it until we got a note from the Dr. Phil show, and we had to stop that. Oh yeah.
Why did they ruin all the fun?
Well, because people go. People want to, take the mask off the Lone Ranger. They want to, they'll start typing away and getting you in trouble just because you're trying to make people laugh. Yeah, we know it's not Dr. Phil, but Christ, it's really funny.
Yeah, have a little chuckle, okay? Have a chuckle on us.
I think so.
God.
Just watching. Okay, go ahead.
I got one more Dr. Phil for you. Let her rip.
You know what?
What's your name, first of all? Give me your name.
My name's Duncan.
Hi, Duncan. What's your name? Your last name isn't McCawkin, you, is it? What is your problem, Duncan?
Well, I just got too many girls. I got to beat them off with the stick.
Well, you know what your problem is, Duncan? Let me explain this to you, okay? When you were little, your mommy and daddy never bought you a baby burger. You see, you moved right up to the teen burger, got a fat head on the end of your unit, and you can't help yourself. You see, it's not your fault. You got to look at it like this. There's a brain train going by the crossing, and you haven't got a ticket. You see how this works? You get into an elevator, you drop a big fart and leave. You feel good about yourself, and somebody else can enjoy the stuff that you've been holding inside for your entire life. It's like when you take your dog to the park, spinning around, getting set to drop a 9-coiler, and you don't have a scoop or a bag, Duncan. You feel helpless, don't you? You see, my daddy always said to me, you can catch more crickets with your tongue than the polyps on your ass, and fish don't talk unless you meet one named Gil. How's that working for you, Duncan? I'll tell you what, buy my book, visit the website, call my phone, email me, drop off a check, send me some cash, wash my car, and we'll see you next time, everybody.
I still can't believe that shithead's still on TV, but he is. I don't know. And every show's the same. He's got some old broad that's probably about 85 who sent $3 million to some guy in Nairobi, right? And
see, I love those shows. I absolutely love those shows. I'm just but they're so stunned. They just can't believe that this guy, and there's a picture of the guy who isn't the guy, just ripped. He's in a military outfit. He's saluting the plane. He's a jet fighter. And
fuck, I love wrinkles.
Fuck, I'd like to hook up with an 80-year-old. That's what I'd like to do. But I've got no money. My child is in the hospital and wherever and's got polio and we can't get him out of there. Would you please send some money and then I can get to America?
They threw me in prison for no reason. I need some money for that, and I can't get to a telephone, so I need to buy a phone. Send some money for that. Someone stole my car, and they buy all that shit. But he does the same show every day. In case you haven't tuned into old Dr. Phil lately.
Greg Donnelly just texted us, emailed us, and said Risky Business was the movie.
Risky Business, yes, great movie.
With Tom Cruise, absolutely. And of course, maybe a lot of people prefer an 80-year-old woman because obviously maybe they're just a little too ugly or something. They just can't get girls. People. What about us ugly people? I'm talking to you too, Charlie. Yeah.
There's a lot of ugly people. That's why we get into radio.
That's why we get into radio.
Got another product, Jake? Do you really?
Yes, I do. It's another product. Thank you, Jerry, for asking. That's right. There's a toll-free number. Just listen to this.
We're making money hand over fist.
Absolutely.
All these websites for beautiful people? BeautifulPeople.net, HotOrNot.com, and of course Rock 101's very own Hot 101. But what about a site for all us ugly people? Brotel Networks has the answer. Uglier than a butter-faced, gutter-sniping swampdonkey.com. Are you uglier than a mud fence? Got a face squeezed tighter than a baboon's ass? Did the doctor mistake you for the afterbirth? Fear not, my foul-faced friends. Uglier than a butter-faced, gutter-sniping swampdonkey.com is the answer for you. Simply find a camera with an unbreakable lens. Take a picture of yourself and submit it to our website. Then sit back and let the voting begin. Ugly people just like you will decide if you're uglier than a butter-faced, gutter-sniping swamp donkey or not. It couldn't be more simple. And unlike you, it's fun to do. Uglier than a butter-faced, gutter-sniping swampdonkey.com. Exclusively from the Brotel Networks.
I'm so freaking ugly. They put my picture on the back of the bus so people stay back 30 feet.
There you go.
Not good.
There you go. I noticed all the rookie put some great visuals up there. Those are some of the contestants.
So,
Probably just people
Kathy Putney, I need her number.
Yeah, no, people, you're not ugly. Don't worry about it. There's all kinds of things you can do for ugly people. Oh, there's my phone. Who is it? Oh, Jesus. I'm supposed to turn that off. Sorry about that. There we go.
You're very popular.
Yeah. What else you got? What's happening?
I got another one for you. This is a good one. We used to get people up. We'd probably do this 5:30 in the morning because remember we couldn't do Wake Up Wally. We tried that and we got shut down with that. Then you tried Wake Up Wanda and you got shut down for that. And then I thought, well, there's another thing we can do. How about why don't we get some parents to go torture their kids? And so we came up with the Ice Water Wake Up. And then we thought, well, let's see if we can't do some more damage at the house. So we came up with a thing called Slamorama. So we'd get idiots, a.k.a. listeners, that wanted to be part of the show, come on. And we had them put their cell phone inside their fridge, load the entire door up with glass, and then yell Slamorama. It goes a little something like this.
How you doing?
Good. It's Lyle. I'm at the co-op. I got lots of stuff to slam around.
I don't think you're supposed to do that at work,
Lyle.
Doesn't matter. We're going to do her.
We can write it off as spoilage. No problem. I just want to warn people.
This isn't Murray
No,
saying
you know
Lyle?
what? No, it's Lyle, and they've sent the checks out already, so no one's going to lose any money here. You got
Okay.
your dividend check already from
This
co-op.
is true.
All right, so, okay. A big Slamorama then, okay?
Okay, you ready?
All right, here we go.
Slamorama! Holy lightning! What a wreck!
That one was at the co-op, which is like the Overweighty or the Save on Food. So the guy took a whole milk freezer and slammed that in. Now, people also did it at their houses. Here's another one someone did at their house. Mom and dad weren't.
Hi, CJ.
How you doing?
Do you want to do a little Slamorama for us?
Sure, man.
Oh, what's your name?
It's Harry.
Harry, you are awesome, my friend. So you know the way this works. You want to give it a good, vibrant Slamorama. Yell Slamorama just before you close the door.
You got her, man.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Oh, beautiful. Nicely
goodness.
done. This stuff's still falling.
Oh, God.
Oh,
jeez.
wow.
Unreal.
We were
Broken
responsible
glass.
for we were responsible for a divorce. Some guy, this thing escalated into, why don't we put the dishes in the dryer? So some guy took his wife's wedding china and put it in the dryer and cranked her up and threw the phone in. And, well, that was the end of that one.
Man, oh, man. Yeah, the crazy things you can get people to do in the house, right?
Oh, it's the best.
Oh, God, we'd have people in the house take a one wood, tee up a golf ball, and hit her down the hallway. It's let her rip. That whatever happened, happened. There was broken glass, broken mirrors. One guy hit his dog, and he hit the dog. No, sorry, bub. Sorry, bub. Come here, boy.
And y'all
crazy things like
live
that.
on the air, no doubt, eh?
Yeah, and we did this one thing. We went to a driving range, and, you just get people to dress up in their crazy outfits and run the driving range gauntlet. And then people are just coming down, taking shots. Oh, yeah. That worked out really well.
When I went to Edmonton, once again, I came from Calgary, so everybody hated me. So I had to do a thing called Night on the Driving Range. So I got dressed up in a Knight's outfit and stood about 175 yards away. And I had guys come out and get out of their pickup trucks or their golf clubs and hit golf balls at me. It seemed like a good idea until some of them started hitting the iron there. It was not good.
God.
Oh, there was dents all over the iron, dents all over me. It was unbelievable. But they loved me after that. Let's kill this guy on his first day.
No kidding. No kidding. I mean, we did, getting back to golf tournaments, and we talked, about all the crazy things that happen at golf tournaments. And you're emceeing golf tournaments, and you'll have some guy coming up, and he's, the guy wins the prize, and he's got no hair, bald-headed. Come on up here, you bald-headed hen fucker. Get up here. hey, sir, no bathing caps allowed in here. Then you do all the jokes, and they come up, and then you slam them on the air. But this one guy, he won. He was down and out on his luck. And we had a $50,000 hole-in-one over here at Tsawwassen Springs. Right. Down and out on his luck. He didn't want to go. I got him up from a drunk. He was abusing a lot of stuff, alcohol, drugs and stuff. He was really down on his luck, musician. And he decided to come out and play golf. What the hell? Couldn't really play golf. He sinks it in there, $50,000. He comes back and he's got the mic, and he just cried. He made everybody cry in the audience.
Oh, no.
But it was kind of a touching thing,
And then he died the next day because he spent it all on booze.
well, I don't know how that happens, but you know what happens when you win that kind of money and that's the kind of lifestyle you have. You know,
that's why you have a wife.
Yeah. Oh God. Well, you know why husbands die before the
because they want to.
They want to. Oh my God.
Oh boy.
Where else are we going now? I just wanted to talk. How's old Mr. Trudeau doing going on his little tour? He got stoned today. They threw rocks at him today, and I thought
he was in London, and he was walking towards the bus, and they were all chanting "Trudeau's got to go." Very, very, very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Trudeau's got over and over again, and then I guess 6 different people picked up the gravel that was on the road and let him have it. He's not having a good time.
No, and I
it's
think
pretty
that was
bad when you got the conservative guy having to defend the liberal guy and say, like, okay, it's an election, but let's not kill the fucker, right?
Yeah, and the NDP guy, and Jagmeet Singh, and
he's delusional. That guy, he thinks he's got a shot.
Well, poor timing for Trudeau to call an election through a COVID. That was a wrong pick. You know what? I think the way it's going here, it looks like the conservatives are going to get in. They could get in. Could be an upset.
I think it'll be a minority, but I do think they'll get in. And Jagmeet's talking like he actually has a shot at winning the prime ministerial job, but he's not going to get that. So no, we can probably call it. I say it'll be a conservative minority, and we'll get rid of numbnuts, and we won't have to deal with him again.
Well, I mean, you look at Alberta where you are right now, and how much we're
going to get rid of him too.
You're going to get rid of him. He's pretty popular out here.
He's not doing so well. No,
not doing so well.
Open for summer. Well, maybe not. We'll close her down now. People are losing their minds. Especially he put a rule in where you can't drink past 10. So of course, being the cagey Albertans we are, bring me those 25 drinks at 9:55 and a bag of ice. So that's what happened. You don't want to water them down. Bag of ice, 20 drinks, and a little mix on the side, and we'll do our own bottle.
Using the old noggin there, Jer. Oh boy.
I think that COVID comes out at 9:55, and to shut the bars down when they've already been through the hell they've been through. They're just barely surviving. We probably lost 25, 30 restaurants in Calgary over the last 2 months, and we had to shut our restaurant down. We're opening it back up probably by Christmas. We got a place called Booker's Crab Shack, and if you get a guy who owns the property and he doesn't see what the situation is with restaurants, we had to leave. So that's been the case for a lot of my friends. A lot of the restaurants just struggling to get by. So I just wish everybody the best of luck getting through this, and hopefully we'll get some sanity at the top of all our provincial and federal governments.
Well, they closed everything down here and then reopened it, as you know, and basically people are going in with masks. You have to wear a mask in the building. Mandatory, but you still see people walking around with no mask. They don't want to wear them, and you don't know what to do, right?
I just leave them alone. You know what?
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah.
You give them the stink eye, or
no? You just let them live their life, right? And I say, if you're really scared of getting sick, don't go out. Order your food online. Skip the dishes. Stay home and get hammered. Watch Netflix. Don't go out if you're terrified. If you're not terrified, go out. But wear your mask for the sake of other people when you're indoors, and when you're outdoors, who gives a shit?
Well, and you look at all the games that are out in America right now, all the college games, they're just jam-packed. I mean,
81,000 people.
Crazy. And there's no masks there. And, their population isn't as vaccinated as us.
No, and Canada. I didn't see anybody dying in the crowd either. People seem to be having some fun. You're throwing cheerleaders up and down. You're cheering on your team. It's going to be mandatory now at Vancouver Canuck games. But half the players want to wear masks when they're playing for Vancouver. So
what about the vaccine passports?
Yeah, that's happening too.
Is that going on with you guys in Alberta?
They say no, but you said Doug Ford, who's a big liar in Ontario, did it, and I wouldn't be surprised if they're forced into doing it. But I just don't think it's necessary. I think it's stupid, right? You can still catch it, you can still spread it, even though you're vaccinated. And so what's the point, right? I don't understand. And if someone's not vaccinated and they die, that's on them.
Yeah, that's true. Well, get a vaccination. Just end it. Just get the vaccination.
Unless you don't really like the person, then they're okay. Just let them do what they want.
I can't wait for the champ any longer. I got to put him on because it's not an end of show thing. I don't even. How long have we been on here? I haven't been keeping time here. Where are we?
Who cares?
Oh, Jesus, we're moved. Yeah, who gives a shit? 34 minutes. All right. Well, let's listen to the champ and then we'll discuss. Champ.
All right.
Hey, everybody. It's me, the champ. Ever since I've been the champ, as you know, I've been losing it because that's what I do. I've been hit so many times upside the head that things come at me in a different way. I take it the wrong way. Some people call it a double entendre. Fuck that. I take it the right way. Somebody says something to me, they're going to get smacked if it doesn't sound right. So Jake and Gerry have got this new show, right? I love this show. And, I like the Jake and Gerry part. I don't like the Gerry Forbes and the brother Jake. The fuck did that happen anyway? Goddamn type A personalities. That's what happens. Anyway, Gerry, who's just won a large sum of money, invited Mrs. Champ and I out to his golf club in Calgary. So he's got the first class ticket. We decided to go. So Mrs. Champ and I, we go meet Mrs. Forbes and Gerry Forbes. So we go out to their country club. Pretty hoity-toity kind of place. So we're playing along. We're having a good time. And this other group on the other fairway, some asshole, pounded a 250-yard drive, hit Mrs. Champ on the upper thigh. Oh, my God. I mean, she was in pain. She was buckled over, and there was a bit of blood running down her leg. And fucking Gerry Forbes says, hey, stand back, champ. I've got the Red Cross certificate here. I know exactly what I'm doing. I got some first aid shit right here in my bag. I said, okay, I guess. So he looks at her. She's laying down. He hikes her skirt up. You know what a skirt is? It's a thing between a skirt and a pair of shorts. A skirt. So he hikes it up, and he looks at me. He says, wow, that's a pretty... You know what? Mrs. Champ has got a pretty big gash there. I said, pardon? Said, Mrs. Champ has got a pretty big gash there. Well, I fucking lose it. I snap. I overreact. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I head faked him with the scorecard, and I said, look at this. You got a hole in one. He said, I did, yeah. Here comes the fist right to your pie hole, you son of a bitch. Uppercut straight right. Flurry! He's down on the ground. He's whining around. I said, how's that, you fucking asswipe? Listen, if you grew tomatoes, they'd come up sliced. I said, how's that, pal? Does that look like my wife has got a big enough gash enough for you? Ever since I've been the champ on the Jake and Gerry show. Now get out of here, you two losers.
Fuck, I'll never do it again. I'll never fucking do that again. Jesus Christ, you don't want to now. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Oh, God, he put a beating on you, did he? Wow.
So you got to fill me in. You got any stars coming up on, I know guys always come and visit you. You had the girl on from Ozark.
Yeah.
What was her name again?
What's her name?
Supergirl.
Yeah, can't think of her name now.
The one that played the crazy broad in the trailer.
Fuck you, Maddie.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Maddie. Yeah, I can probably get her on again. She's kicking around here. We should get her on the show.
And I've got
a come in and do a whole show with us.
A couple surprises too coming up that people that you may know. I can tell you this one story about one of the guys, Mike Richards. Do you know him at all?
I know Mike Richards, absolutely.
Okay. So Mike was working with me when we were up against you in Toronto at CKFM. And Mike was the master of voices. He could do anything. So we thought we'd make him Santa Claus for the big Christmas party that we're going to have at the Royal York. And every year, Gary Slate would throw this party down and invite all the, all the homeless people and all the people that were less fortunate to come down, and they'd get to meet Santa Claus. And they'd get to, sit on his lap and tell Santa what he wanted. Then, of course, the good folks at Standard Broadcasting would cough up the money for the Christmas wish list that these kids wanted. Well, unfortunately, they said, maybe you guys should stay at the hotel the night before the party, so everything's going to be good in the morning. Well, we took that as a cue to get absolutely wasted. So I knew that Santa Claus, my buddy Mike Richards, had never had a prostitute. So I thought, how come Santa has got that big bag and the long route and he never gets to use it? So we called up this Polish prostitute and brought her down, and we didn't tell Mike about it. And he's in the room next to me dressed as Santa Claus. So we sent the little elf in. And I've never heard a man so terrified in my life of a prostitute. He knew everything about the Polish Civil War and everything else. He talked to her for an hour and a half. Nothing happened. So then she came back to the other side, earned her money, and then Santa Claus, I said, you talked to a prostitute for an hour and a half. You know what that cost us? And he went, oh. Unfortunately, we continued on to the bar that night, and everybody wanted to buy Santa a shot. So Gerry had to carry Santa back to his room, and as he was doing that, Santa puked all in his beard.
Oh,
There's
my
puke
God.
all through his beard.
Oh, Jesus.
And, this is about 2:30 in the morning, and we've got the show starting at 5. So, yeah, needless to say, Santa Claus wasn't in the best shape when Santa was sitting in the chair like this going, oh. And I see Gary Slake him, and I go, we are so dead. And we are
man.
so fucking dead. Santa's picking fucking macaroni and cheese out of his beard, and the kids are like, oh, Santa stinks. Well, we pulled it off and didn't get fired.
Wow.
And that's my Christmas story.
Well, I love playing Santa Claus. I do it all the time for my friends, sales guys, or they've got young kids. And I make it sound, it's total double entendre, and they're in the background laughing their asses off. They're all smoking and drinking and carrying on. And, well, hello, little Johnny. I'm just looking at your dad over there. He's got one of those magic gummies. Now, you stay away from those magic gummies now. And they're just killing themselves laughing. And the kid, oh, yeah, I want some gummies, Daddy. But that was always a big thing.
I don't think you need a present because your daddy's in the sales department.
He steals everything from clients.
Does. Yes, and disc jockeys.
Oh, man. So when are we going to start making money here? I mean, you're doing all well.
Yeah, I did okay. My paycheck came last week,
$171,400. Yeah, that's great news.
We'll talk to Dean. He could sell one of the sports cars or something. And,
has he got sports cars? Dean?
Oh, he's loaded. Dean, he's multi-millionaire. I think he's loaded, yeah.
Yeah, but he kept saying, yeah, I'm doing really great. We're making lots of money. And the last time I looked, I think that we're helping him make money.
Well, I'm sure he'll send us a pittance. I don't know if I can get by on my winnings. We need some help. So, Jake, just tell him, say, Dino, send some money, buddy.
Hey, listen, maybe we can leave. I always like replacing, people started talking about the taint. I mean, the first time you ever mentioned taint on the air, people go, what the hell is the taint? Well, it's the southernmost part of your balls right down to your anus, right? There's a little taint thing. So we did this thing, just replacing the word ain't with taint. And it came out something like this. Rookie, roll that bad boy, will you?
Brotel Networks presents songs that used to say ain't and now say taint. All your favorite ain't songs, masterfully remixed into all your favorite taint songs. You get Taint Misbehaving, He Taint Heavy, He's My Brother, and the all-time classic Taint Seen Nothing Yet. All the legends singing about taints. Elvis Presley's Taint Nothing But a Hound Dog. The Rolling Stones' Taint It Black. And Fats Domino's Taint That a Shame. Plus, order songs that used to say ain't and now say taint, and you receive a bonus disc filled with your favorite taint love songs. Taint No Mountain High Enough. Taint No Sunshine When She's Gone. 2 out of 3 Taint Bad. Tainted Love and Taint Too Proud to Beg. Order now. Don't delay. It's songs that used to say ain't and now say taint.
To order songs that used to say ain't and now say taint, email Brotel Networks at www.brotel, that's 2 words, bro-tel/it ain't a real song till it's a taint song.com.
Songs that used to say ain't and now say taint. An exclusive must-have collector set from Brotel Networks.
And we'll have to tell the Rook because he's young, right? We'll tell him he's young. So he probably doesn't know why it's called the taint.
Well, he just sent us the visual on that. Did you see that? It looked like a peach, and it had. That's not the taint, Rook.
No. The reason they call it the taint is that piece of skin taint there, your guts fall out. And we'll wrap up on that.
All right, let's wrap it up.
All right.
Oh, God. But anyway, congratulations on the big win.
Thank you very much.
That's fantastic.
Tonight's wing night, so we're going to go pound a few and have some wings.
Well, you're going to have to jump on a plane, come on down here to British Columbia and get up before the weather goes bad, and we'll look after you.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, Jake.
Thank you,
Thanks, Rook.
Jerry.
Take care, buddy.
Thank you, Rookie. All right. See you guys.